Now, you may well have heard of Joe Biden's appearance in Vietnam in the past couple of days. It was the end of a big international sweep of tours from the G20. There were representatives from the Biden administration at the ASEAN conference, and then he, of course, stopped off in Vietnam, where the press conference was weird. You may well have, of course, have heard that he needed to go to bed and all the rest of it. But I want to show you just how bad Joe Biden's brain is, just how out of it this guy is, just how he is, frankly, the barely alive corpse that the Democrats will either have to pretend is not really almost dying or dump before the next election. This was one of the questions that he got, one of the 5 questions from the journalists handpicked by the White House press team for the people who were allowed to ask him a question. This is the question. Pay attention to what it's about: global warming.
I have a question on the climate crisis. You just mentioned the G20. Just this week, the United States warned that if there is no phasing out of fossil fuels, it won't be possible to reach the goals of the Paris Agreement. There was no agreement at the G20 on fossil fuels. How concerned are you about this lack of consensus?
Now, if you think it's weird that he just decided to duck down, grab a microphone and then start walking around like a televangelist, it gets weirder. The answer to that question about global warming, about the Paris Agreement, about fossil fuels went for 6 minutes. I'll save you the full 6 minutes, but here's some of the highlights of the leader of the free world. Roll the tape.
It wasn't so much an agreement that we would try to meet the goals of G20. The United States is going to meet those goals, by the way. And that's why, for example, I mentioned, in the interest of time, I just mentioned Angola there. Angola has the capacity to generate megawatts of energy through solar energy. They don't have the economic means to do that. There is more carbon absorbed from the atmosphere on a daily basis, and I'll look to my friend John Kerry, who's forgotten more about this than most people know. Correct me if I get this wrong, John, but I'm quite sure I'm right. And that is that there's more carbon observed from the air into the Amazon region, into the ground, than admitted in the entire United States on the same basis. There's a lot we can do in the meantime. For example, that pipeline, that railroad we're talking about going across from India throughout the Middle East and the
talking about a train now.
And all through
He's
Europe.
talking about a train.
Hydrogen pipeline there. This is going to significantly reduce the amount of carbon emitted in the air, but it costs a lot of money to put that down. We have the strongest economy in the world today. Right now, today, the United States of America has the strongest economy in the world.
Are you okay?
In the world. The wealthy still do very, very well. They have no problem. You can still be a billionaire under that system as well.
What's he talking about?
Taxes violently do it. That's a different issue.
Okay, finish up.
Aside, so we have.
Wrap it up,
I think
Dennis.
everything is going in on people, and there's my brother loves having these famous lines in the movie that he always quotes. You know, and one of them is
why are you talking about your brother?
John Wayne, he's an Indian scout.
John Wayne is John Wayne?
One of the great tribes of America back on the reservation.
What is wrong with you?
So they're all on their horses and their saddles. And there's 3 or 4 Indians in headdresses.
Shut up!
The Union soldiers basically saying, the Indians, come with me, we'll take care of you, everything will be good. And the Indian scout, the Indian looks at John Wayne and
what is he on about?
Says, he's a lion, dog-faced pony soldier.
The question was about global warming.
Pony soldiers out there about global warming. But not anymore. All of a sudden, we're all realizing it's a problem. I see. I just follow my orders here.
Shut up! Oh my God. Yes?
Staff, if anybody haven't spoken.
Now I've got a question. Why are you still talking?
Anita, VOA.
Shut up! 6 minutes. Now, and I get it. There's probably 80 million people who still hate Trump that will vote for him because he's not Trump. But if the Democrats even give a stuff about America, bye-bye, Joe. It's time to go to bed for a long time.